here. This new song is going to be Closer to the Heart by Rush. I am, of course, Crash here in the music laboratory. And this song sounds a lot harder than it is. And those are the best ones to learn, aren't they? So we're going to start off with the intro, which doesn't have any real distinguishable chords, as far as I know, in them. But I have the finger placements written down here. So it starts off with your index finger being on the first string, 5th fret, and then you're going to put your middle finger on the 3rd string, 6th fret. Okay? And the way you're going to play this is you're going to do kind of like a finger roll 1, 2, 3 several times. So with that 1, 2, 3 being the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string in that order, you play it like 5 open 6, and then you bring your pinky down on the 1st string to the 7th fret, 7 open 6, and then you take your pinky off and move your index finger up to 4, 4 open 6, and then back to 5 open 6, and then you do the 4 again. And from the 4, you move into the 2nd string and hit 7, then 5, and then hit 6 on the 3rd string. Okay, to make a sound like this. Alright, and you do that several times over. I think it's 4. Yeah, you do it 4 times, and then you jump into things that are like chords, but I don't think they're really chords. Okay, but you just pick them, so it's not that bad. It goes to you put your index finger on the 3rd string. Pardon me. You put your index finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. You put your middle finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and you put your ring finger on the 4th string, 5th fret. Okay? And you pluck the bottom 4 strings and then back up the 2nd one. So, okay, so you hit all 3, or 3 of them coming up, but not the top one, not the 4th string. Okay, so, and then you move down the neck further, and you keep your ring finger on the 4th string, but you move it to the 4th fret, and then you put your index finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and your middle finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and repeat the picking pattern. And then you move up into something that's similar to a C, but it doesn't have the space on the 3rd string, so it's index finger, 2nd string, 1st fret, middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and ring finger, 4th string, 3rd fret. Okay, and you do, again, the same picking pattern. And then you go into an A chord, but you can't do like the 1 finger A in this song, and I'll show you why in a second. But you go into the A chord with just the 2 fingers down, not the pinky finger, and you strum, and then you put your pinky down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and strum it once, and then you slide it into place to make the A chord, to strum it once, and then you do a picking thing, okay, where you pluck the 2nd string and pull your pinky off, and then you hit the 3rd string, and then you hammer back onto the 2nd string, and then you hit 1, 2. Okay, so to play the intro all the way through, I'm just going to do the down here part once and the up here part once. Ooh, forgive me. Okay, so I'm going to give you a chance to have a look at that. And in a second, we'll talk about the rhythm, which is basic chords. It's a little tricky, but I wouldn't even call it tricky. I would say it's fun. It's a fun little jam, okay? So we'll talk about that in a second. We are now looking at the rhythm, which is, sorry, the chorus, my bad. It's a good time. It starts off in A right after you do that bit here, and normally my fingers are a little bit screamy at right after I do that part because you got to jam them in there. So I'll jump from that straight to the Lazy Boy version where you just hold it with your one finger, and it goes from there into a G, into a D, and then you do this thing where you kind of like walk the G into a D, where you strum, and then you strum with your pinky down, and then again with the G chord, and then strum the thing with the top of the G chord gone but the bottom's still there, and then to an A. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Alright, and then you do the A again. Back into the G. D, A, G. And then there's a part where the drummer actually has this like row of bells beside him, and he hits them with his stick. And since we don't have bells, we can produce that sound with our guitar. And we're going to start that off with our index and middle finger on the 1st and 3rd string, on the 10th fret for the 1st string and the 11th fret for the 3rd string, and you pluck them together. And then you move each finger up one to 2 and 4 in the same fret, and then you slide them down to 8 and 9, and then 7 and 8, and then 8 and 9 again, and then back up to 10 and 11, and then down to the 1st and 3rd, 10 and 11, up to 2 and 4, 10 and 11, and then you slide it down to 8 and 9, and then you can just let it sit if you want, but I like to put a little whammy effect on it. Okay, so the whole thing's going to sound like this. Forgive me. And then you want to, I just normally do my ring finger just because it feels natural, but you want to essentially mute the strings and hit it a couple times. Right? And then you go back into your A and start the whole thing over. Okay? So it's like, back into the A, G, D, G, A, some more A, into the G, D, A, G, D, A, G. Okay, and then you only do the bells once, so you want to mute it again, back into the A chord. And that's how you do the whole song. It's not very long, you know, it's like that Open Arms one that I did. It's just not very long, but it sounds really, really great. Rush and Journey and Foreigner, these guys were real good at making short songs that sounded fantastic and were not hard to play. So, as usual, let me know what you think down yonder there, and if there's some stuff you want to see more or less of in my videos, just throw that in there too. If there's something you want to learn, you can't find any good lessons for it, go ahead and throw that in there too, and put your name beside it, and I'll put a shout out so you know who it's for, and enjoy, guys.